Good morning. How's everyone doing? Thanks for stopping by. It is 5:54 in the morning. I've been up since about 3:30. Got up and I finished the book that I was reading, The Urban Farmer by Curtis Stone. This guy's pretty cool. I like him. He's got a little lately with all the COVID stuff and everything, but he's got a great book. He is got this book that's totally detailed. It's outlined everything that you need to know to grow food for profit. I own my own land, so I'm not leasing or borrowing any land really. So, I don't really, that part doesn't pertain to me, but everything else in there is just like exactly what I need. It's got this detailed way. He's got this really great way of explaining how everything is done, and he makes really great videos on YouTube. If you ever want to check out his channel, I think it's called Curtis Stone, The Urban Farmer. Pretty sure. Yeah. Anyways, Curtis Stone, Urban Farmer. Good book. And now I'm going to start reading this, Growing Vegetables West of the Cascades. Yeah. This is like a pretty important book around these parts. I see everybody. Like, I've seen so many people with this book. I see it everywhere. And I guess it's just what you need to grow food around here. So I'm going to go through it and see what I can do. It's February. I mean, it's January 16th. I really need to start thinking about, the next month or two of starting to sow seeds into planting cells and growing them, starting them into like a greenhouse. Or I was thinking about maybe trying a tent. I have a couple of these grow tents and some grow lights, and I've started seeds before inside these tents and everything. I just the only thing is I don't have a lot of space. My place isn't as it isn't exactly where I want it to be right now. There's a lot of work, and I want to get all this done, but I can't overdo it, and I can't just like take on too much at one time, because I want to make sure that I do what I can and what I can handle. And just in case, eventually I want to get to the point to where I have other people helping me as well on the farm. I have my neighbors that have already voiced that they're going to help me to some degree. I can't count on them for everything, but maybe a little bit of work. Yeah, so I'm starting to think about that stuff. I'm glad that I finished this book, because I can start going out there now and taking the information that I've learned from this book and the information I'm going to learn from this book, and know exactly what I need to start planting right now. What's going to be what I can grow in this region. I'm in 8B, I believe, Zone 8B, Central Oregon, South Central Oregon, I guess is what you would call this. Not in the Willamette Valley. Unfortunately, it's like I'm like right outside of the Willamette Valley. I guess you want to call this the Umpqua Basin. I think that's what it might be. Because everything that flows off of the hills around here goes into the Umpqua. Right across the street, there is a creek called Elk Creek, and it's abundant. It is really flowing right now. It's really muddy and dirty, and it's got a lot of water in it. It's got more water in it than I've seen in most creeks in my life, especially coming from Texas, where we don't have a lot of water running through creeks like that. But um, yeah, like even in Austin, Texas, Barton Creek, I never saw Barton Creek ever like that. Yeah. I mean, it's always flowing like that. I mean, it's just, and that creek runs into, Elk Creek runs into the Umpqua, not too far from here, just like several miles to the west. And the Umpqua flows out to the coast. It goes through Reedsport, and then like does this like wiggly snake kind of thing and goes out towards into the the Pacific. I haven't got a chance to go check out Reedsport. Looks like a small town. I did drive through there, but there's not much there. And I didn't get to go check out the coast actually from there. So sorry. Let's see. Today, Saturday. Still trying to take it easy from working the last week. Trying to get some rest and build some strength so that way I can hit it hard next week. My allergies have been bothering me, and I haven't been eating the best foods, but I'm really trying hard to do that. I went to the store yesterday. I went to Whole Foods and Market of Choice, and got some good healthy vegetables and some stuff that I can drink. Yeah, prepped a lot of food, prepped some smoothies, prepped some lentils and some quinoa. Probably gonna cook some broccoli today, and something else. Need to do something. I should probably cook like some wild rice or something like that. That would be cool. Forbidden rice. Let's see. What else can we talk about? I want to let you know what's going on around here. I just got internet. It's not really that great, to tell you the truth. It's not that fast. Let's see if I can pull up the results real quick. I took a screenshot of these results that I was doing. Yes. Okay. So, I'm out here in the country, and my cellular signal that I get on the cellular provider is AT&T. So I have AT&T on my cell phone and my iPad. I did an internet speed test yesterday afternoon, not using the Wi-Fi here. I was using AT&T's signal, which right here I get. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's kind of hard to, yeah. Yeah, you can't really see that. So anyways, LTE is the signal. I guess is that 4G? What is LTE? I can't remember. So the test results are 38.9 download and 3.57 upload. So that is using AT&T's signal, okay? And to tell you the truth, for being out here in the country, that's really not that bad, I've been in places where it's been a lot worse, and I'm very grateful that I get that AT&T signal out here. I didn't think that it was even going to be that good. So, but when I hook up to the Wi-Fi, oh my goodness, here we go. The upload is, the download, let's start with the download because that's what I started with on the other one. The download is 2.05 and the upload is 0.18. Can you believe that shit? Oh my God. That is like just about 4 points difference on the upload and almost like 35 points on the download. And then I don't know what y'all are getting in other places of the country. I know whenever I was living in like Eugene and Austin, we had high speed internet. And I think that we got up to like 100 for the download and 10 for the upload. I heard that it's faster now. I heard that someone told me that they were doing gigs now. I don't know if that's true. But anyways, not very fast. And I'm connected. This is that speed test that I just showed you the results of. That was actually the results of, well, actually, no, I did one on my phone, but I did another one on my computer, which is hardwired into the modem. And it was like the exact same as using the Wi-Fi. So the test results for the computer plugged into the router modem is exactly the same, just about. It was weird. I was expecting it to be faster, but for some reason, I guess the technology for Wi-Fi is like pretty good these days, as far as like the router goes. That router doesn't seem to work very strong, or doesn't have a very like long signal. Let's see. I know. Let's see. We talked about the seeds and everything that I need to start thinking about to plant, to get those started so that I can put them in the ground once it gets warm enough. I'm also thinking about building a polytunnel of some sort. I don't know if it's going to be a high one or if I'm just going to build lower ones over the beds temporarily. I think I'm actually going to do some low tunnels over the beds that I have outside. Yeah, I think the thing is that I really need to get a greenhouse of some sort. So it makes sense just to get a high tunnel or some sort of polytunnel greenhouse or maybe make my own or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I need to start thinking about doing that. I need to focus on what I can get done without having to spend any money around here. Need to be conscious of what I spend and not spend too much money. And then, let's see. Worm composting. Need to start thinking about doing that. Need to start thinking about building some sort of a receptacle or some sort of bin or something for the worms that I need to bring in. I need to start thinking about ladybug, I guess, breeding, whatever you want to call that. I want to get ladybugs going. Oh, wood chipper. I ordered this really great wood chipper. I hope it works great. It seems to be one of the better ones on the market, I believe. It is capable of taking a limb that is, I think, 4.75, almost 5-inch diameter. And I have all these limbs outside that I need to start wood chipping. And so that way I can have wood chips for building pathways around the property, as well as if I'm going to do any kind of wood chip pathways inside the garden. I haven't really decided on that. I think what I'm going to do is leaf mulch, because that's what we did at Grassroots, and that's what I was taught at Grassroots. Which is a really interesting idea. I think it's kind of cool. You take your pathways that are in between your beds and you dump like forks or shovels, forks or spoons, hay forks or shovels full of leaves into the pathways. You kind of spread it out evenly. I mean, you just stomp on it. You walk up and down the pathway a lot, back and forth, until you get it all packed in there really well. And that creates a weed barrier. Those leaves do a really good weed barrier, actually. And what's cool is that that those leaves will break down over the season, and for the most part, those leaves will be ready for you to take and then put on top of the bed over the winter. And then you put more newer leaves down in those beds. And what happens is because you're creating this compost, you're composting in the beds. So you're walking on these leaves, you're breaking it down by walking on them. Water's getting on them from rain and watering the other plants, and the worms and every microorganisms are breaking down the leaves, right? And so you have like this really good leaf mulch compost that you can use usually by next season, or at the end of the year. You can just take it, put it right on top of the other bed, and then you have or you take it out of the walkway and put it on top of the bed, and then lay it out smooth, and then you have this compost and mulch that's also going to keep weeds down. And so you'll have this ready for you to come in and plant whatever it is. You might have to, if it's certain types of vegetables or fruit, you might need to remove that because it might need like finer, I guess, soil, finer little pieces of soil, like carrots. Carrots really like soil that has been sifted or it's really fine, because if it's not sifted, if it's clumped up or whatever, what happens is those carrots will grow and they'll hit something like an obstruction, like a simple obstruction, which is like just a dirt clod, and it can't really penetrate it as well as just sifted soil. And so it'll break and maybe go around it, or it'll kind of just like break off to the side. And so you'll have this imperfect carrot that's just not straight. There's nothing wrong with an imperfect carrot. They just don't look like carrots we breed carrots to be. Carrots all the time in the wild grow crazy, with different little feet and roots and stuff, let's see. And I've got to bring in soil. I've got to bring in some compost. I talked to Lane Forest Products, and I'm going to get some compost brought in probably next month, and so I can start spreading it out on top of the beds and building these beds. I need to get out there right now and put leaf mulch on everything just to kill those weeds while I have the time. I need to go pick up more leaf mulch. That's another thing I need to do. It's so hard to be able to get everything that I want back to the garden. And I didn't really realize this until I moved in here, but the garden is like the way where it's at on the property. It has like it's susceptible to a lot of water during the winter because it's the rainy season, and the way that our property is built or sitting on top of these rock layers, the sheetrock layers. It's water will come down off of the hill behind us, and whenever there is just way too much water in the aquifer, or the in between the levels of rock and everything, then it just kind of comes up a little bit above the surface. Um, and it kind of just does this every year as a way to, just because it's full and it doesn't have any really where to go. And so there's places in our yard where it's just like water, like a swamp. Several parts of our property are swampish. Yeah, it's the rainy season is something that we need to figure out what we're going to do with all this water. Right now, we're just observing and interacting the best that we can right now. I think it'd be cool for us to be able to get that water out of there somehow and put it into a reservoir and use it during the summer. I'm not sure if that's even allowed, if we're allowed to take water out of like any of these little bitty like pond swamp things that we have. I wouldn't even call them a pond. I would call them a swamp because they're not supposed to be there. They're not made for holding water. It's just there's so much water right now that it's collecting in these certain areas. I'm also getting a load of gravel. There's a rock cell facility right next door, basically. I mean, hop, skip, and a jump down the road. And I called them, talked to the owner. He gave me a really great price on some gravel, some 3/4 minus gravel that I'm going to get for my driveway and for some other projects I have around the property. Really great price. It was like $200 for this load, a truckload. I told him I'm going to call him back later this week and get it because I wasn't quite ready for it. But this week I'm going to, what's today? The 16th? Oh, I'm going to have to actually wait about a week and a half, actually, I think, is whenever I need them to bring that in. Yeah, that'll be fine. Week and a half. Have composting piles set up where I'm going to start composting and holding materials like wood chips, leaf mulch, and start breaking all that stuff down and having them in different areas so we can use them. Gonna have chickens, bringing the chickens in really soon. I have this really great shed. It's got a little bit of attention that needs, gonna clean it out and put some stuff in there. But yes, I think it would be a great place for chickens. And I'm really excited about getting those chickens and bringing them into the facility. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet, but it's going to happen. Thoughts create reality, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. Ducks would be cool too. I think I'm gonna end this live stream. I want to appreciate everybody who jumped on and joined, and thank you for all the wonderful comments. And I hope you have a great day. I love you all. I'm really happy that all of y'all are here with me. And I'm really happy that we're basically what had happened is like over the past year, because of COVID, it's really allowed people to understand things more. The truth has come out more than ever between people and what's going on in this world. And basically, we won. We as human beings are winning right now. There might be some people out there, a very small percentage of people who think that they are in control and who don't think like we do. But the majority of the people on this planet all share in the same thoughts and all agree that love is the key. Love is the answer. That's all we need is love, right? And there's more of it than ever right now because we need it. What's the opposite of love? Fear, right? So remember, do not be afraid. We have each other. And all you have to do is smile and love. Love yourself and love others and express that love and show that love to people. I love you. Have a good day.